There's a reason why God tells us that holiness matters.
Right.
There's a reason why God tells us that he hates divorce and that the marriage is sacred.
Right.
I just was saying before we started this podcast, we often think that God's commands around adultery and fornication are pet peeves of an old man.
Yeah. Cantankerous old man.
Yes. Like you're walking across his lawn.
Yeah.
Get off my grass.
Right. I don't want you to have fun.
Yeah.
You young kids
Stop
out there.
skateboarding down this street
Right.
so fast. Walking here
Yeah.
and they got their pants hanging off their butts.
We think that God is just being a grumpy, archaic old man.
Yes. And we don't realize that built in every command is a hedge to protect your joy, your sanity, your happiness, your humanity.
Right.
That's what it's there for.
Right.
And what we have to realize is that you cannot create a social contract with sin. Mm-hmm. You can't say, I'm going to do these things, but only for this period of time. And I know these are violations of my covenant and violations of God's law. I get all of that stuff, but I don't want it to go any further than this.
Right.
I want to stop right here. I'm going to repent for it, say I'm sorry, and I'm going to move on.
Mm-hmm.
Sin isn't agreeable, fam.
Yeah.
You cannot box it in and say you will go here and no further.
Yeah.
This is the consequence of the violation, fam. And what we have to submit to is that God has promises for goodness, but he also has promises for sin.
Mm-hmm.
God's disapproval on something feels like his disapproval on purpose.
Right.
Because it's a poison.
Right.
And if this thing that I might have done 15 years ago pops back up on me, I cannot be surprised at how sinful sin is, bro.
Yeah.
I can't be surprised. The idea is to run from it.
Right.
Jesus' admonition is go and sin no more.
Right.
Because if you continue in this, it will follow you, fam. Yeah. And the sacredness of the marriage is one of those places, fam, that we certainly need not be surprised if what God said about violations to the covenant actually continues to show up in our lives. Let this be a warning to us all. Mm-hmm. This is not an opportunity to kick somebody while they're down.
Right.
This is an opportunity for us to be bare before God as sinners. But by the grace of God, there go I. Paul says that if you think you're standing, be careful because
Take heed unto yourself, lest you fall.
Lest you fall, fam.